You slept 8 hours last night. Maybe even 9. But right now, as you're watching this, you're tired. Your eyes feel heavy. Your mind is foggy. And no amount of coffee seems to fix it. You've done everything right. Early bedtime. Long sleep. No distractions. So why does your body feel like it barely rested at all? The answer isn't about how long you sleep. It's about what's happening while you sleep. And once you understand this, everything changes. Welcome to Sleep Lab. In this video, we're going to break down the 6 most common and most overlooked reasons why people wake up exhausted even after a full night of sleep. These aren't obvious answers. We're going beyond put your phone down and drink more water. We're talking about the science of sleep quality and how your body can spend 8 hours in bed without spending nearly enough time in the stages of sleep that actually restore you. Stay until the end, because reason number 5 is the one most people never even consider. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about something most people don't know. Sleep is not one continuous state. Every night, your brain cycles through 4 distinct stages of sleep. And it repeats this cycle roughly every 90 minutes. Stage 1 and 2 are light sleep, your body is transitioning, your heart rate is slowing down. This is the entry point. Stage 3 is deep sleep, also called slow-wave sleep. This is where your body physically repairs itself. Muscles are rebuilt. The immune system is strengthened. Growth hormones are released. And then there's REM sleep, rapid eye movement. This is where your brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and essentially performs mental maintenance. Here's the critical part. 8 hours in bed does not guarantee enough time in deep sleep or REM sleep. If your sleep is being disrupted, even in ways you're not aware of, your brain never reaches those deeper stages. Or it gets pulled out of them too early. You could be in bed for 9 hours and still be getting the restorative equivalent of 4. That's the foundation. Now let's look at exactly what's disrupting it. Reason number 1 is sleep fragmentation, and it's more common than you think. Sleep fragmentation means your sleep is being interrupted. Not always enough to fully wake you up, but enough to pull your brain out of deep or REM sleep and reset the cycle. Causes include noise in your environment, a partner moving in bed, sleep apnea, which we'll talk about in a moment, body temperature changes, or even subtle light exposure. The dangerous thing about sleep fragmentation is that you often have no memory of it. You can have your sleep disrupted 20 or 30 times in a single night and wake up feeling like you slept through completely. Your brain doesn't always register these micro-awakenings as being awake. But the damage to your sleep cycle is real. Fix A. Address your sleep environment. Blackout curtains. White noise machines. A cooler room temperature, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. These aren't just comfort upgrades, they are sleep quality upgrades. Reason number 2, and this one is serious, is undiagnosed sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is a condition where your airway partially or fully closes while you sleep, causing your body to briefly stop breathing, sometimes hundreds of times per night. Each time this happens, your brain sends an emergency signal to wake your body up just enough to breathe again. You almost never fully regain consciousness. But your sleep cycle resets every single time. Estimates suggest that over 80% of moderate to severe sleep apnea cases go undiagnosed. Common signs include waking up with headaches, dry mouth, feeling unrested no matter how long you sleep, loud snoring, or a partner telling you that you stop breathing during the night. If several of these sound familiar, this is something worth speaking to a doctor about. A sleep study can diagnose it, and treatment is highly effective. Sleep apnea is not rare. It is just rarely talked about. Reason number 3 is circadian rhythm misalignment. Your circadian rhythm is your body's internal 24-hour clock. It regulates when you feel alert, when you feel sleepy, when your core body temperature rises and falls, and when certain hormones are released. When your sleep schedule conflicts with your circadian rhythm, you suffer. This happens most often when people sleep at inconsistent times. Going to bed at 10 p.m. on weekdays and 2 a.m. on weekends is the equivalent of flying across multiple time zones every single week. Scientists even have a term for it: social jet lag. Blue light exposure at night is another major disruptor. Screens emit wavelengths that signal to your brain that it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin production and delaying the onset of deep sleep. Fix: anchor your wake time. Even if you go to bed late, wake up at the same time every day. This is the single most powerful way to stabilize your circadian rhythm. And limit screen brightness in the 90 minutes before bed. Reason number 4 might surprise you. Alcohol. Many people use alcohol to help them fall asleep, and it does work in that regard. Alcohol is a sedative. It will make you fall asleep faster. But here's what it does to your sleep quality. Alcohol suppresses REM sleep in the first half of the night. As your body metabolizes it in the second half, it causes a rebound effect, lighter, more fragmented sleep and more frequent awakenings. The result? You may sleep 8 hours, but you get almost no REM sleep for the first 4. And your second half is broken and shallow. Even 2 drinks within 3 hours of bedtime significantly alters your sleep architecture. This applies to many sleep medications as well. They sedate, but sedation is not the same as natural, restorative sleep. And here is reason 5, the one most people overlook entirely. Cortisol. Cortisol is your body's primary stress hormone. Under normal circumstances, it follows a natural curve, high in the morning to help you wake up, and low at night to allow sleep. But in people who carry chronic stress, work pressure, emotional stress, financial anxiety, cortisol levels remain elevated at night. High nighttime cortisol keeps your nervous system in a state of low-level alertness. Your body is technically asleep, but it never fully down-regulates into the deep, parasympathetic rest it needs. Your brain is still, in a sense, on guard. This is why people under long-term stress often describe sleep that feels thin, unrefreshing, or full of vivid, exhausting dreams. Fix: the hour before bed matters enormously. Calm activities, light reading, stretching, journaling, or even slow breathing exercises, help lower cortisol and signal safety to your nervous system. This is not optional if stress is a factor in your life. It is medicine. So let's bring this together. 8 hours of sleep is a starting point, not a guarantee. What determines whether you wake up restored or exhausted is the quality of those hours. The depth of your sleep stages. The stability of your sleep cycles. The environment, the chemistry, and the rhythm your body is operating in. Sleep fragmentation. Undiagnosed sleep apnea. Circadian misalignment. Alcohol. And elevated cortisol. Fix one of these, and you will feel the difference within days. Fix all of them, and you may feel better than you have in years. If you found this useful, subscribe, because we go deep on sleep science every week. No fluff. Just the research, explained clearly. And if you want to know which chronotype you are, and how to build your ideal sleep schedule around your biology, that video is up next.